they're not in their graves.
Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan T here, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night Horror. Alright, ghouls and gals, on tonight's episode, we're going to be reviewing Fear Street Part 1, 1994. Let's just get right into it, ghouls and gals. I just got done watching Fear Street Part 1, 1994, and yes, the title of that film is a really huge fucking mouthful, but we'll overlook it because this movie is so much fucking fun. It is a nostalgia blast up your ass type of film because it is set in the fucking 90s, and I was born in the 90s. I was born in 1994 to be exact, and my name is Ryan Torres, and one of the killers in this film is named Ryan Torres, so that was kind of weird, but I had fun with it. I had fun with Fear Street Part 1, 1994, and yes, to answer your question, I'm gonna keep saying Fear Street Part 1, 1994. I'm gonna say the entire title of the movie. I'm not gonna say Fear Street 1994 because that would be fucking redundant, and that's not the title of the fucking movie. But yeah, Fear Street Part 1, 1994 is part 1 to a trilogy of films that are gonna come out in the month of July. After this, we're gonna see Fear Street Part 2, which is going to take place in 1978, I believe. And after that, it's going to be Fear Street Part 3, which is going to take place in 1666 or something like that, you know, because Satan. And, yeah, ghouls and gals, I have to say, this film is really fun. It tried to replicate a 90s slasher film, and I have to say, it perfectly replicated that 90s slasher film that it was trying to do, which was every single slasher film ever fucking made in the history of the 90s. And it was really fun and refreshing to see this kind of movie, even though it was kind of a retread of something else. It was kind of like Scream meets Scooby-Doo meets Scream meets Scooby-Doo, and it was a cliche and kind of corny in the best ways possible. It really feels like this guy right here.
Hello, I'm R.L. Stein. I write the Goosebumps books.
Made a movie for the people that grew up watching the Goosebumps TV series, and that's exactly what this is. This is the Goosebumps all grown up. And it actually kind of works. I know some people aren't really digging this movie all over the internets and stuff like that, but like I always say, everyone's a critic, including me. But this critic right here had a good amount of fun with this fucking movie, and I can't wait for Fear Street Part 2, which I think comes out like next week or in 2 weeks or something like that. Well, whenever it comes out, we're going to be reviewing it. We're going to be talking about it right here. Well, I want to talk about what Fear Street is about. Fear Street is based on these books right here. It's based on these Fear Street books, which were aimed at an older audience, who were written by this guy right here.
Hello, I'm R.L. Stein. I write the Goosebumps books.
And the basis of this film is that there's a witch out there in this Shadyside town, which is called Shadyside, and it's kind of like possessing all these young teenagers, because I haven't seen them possess an adult, so it's possessing all these young teenagers, and it's making them go crazy, and they murder people, and according to the film, it's always seemingly harmless dudes that start to go crazy and stuff like that. And yeah, the film is that. It's this witch that has a hold over this town, and she's possessing the citizens of this town, or mainly the youths of this town, and they're going around fucking killing everybody, and the police of the town don't really give a fuck, so they're trying to cover it up. Just like any other local small town police, they don't give a fuck about what's going on in the actual fucking town, and they just cover up whatever's going on in the fucking town, because they don't want to cause a fucking uproar in the fucking town. And I said town more times than I wanted to. But yeah, this film is, it's fun. I really had a lot of fucking fun with it, and I enjoyed what it was trying to do, and it had a lot of cool little homages to other horror films. Like for example, one of the killers looked straight out of from the movie The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and the other skull-faced killer, who was named Ryan Torres, looks like he's straight out of Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. And the other killer that they have is a female killer who's like has like a razor blade as she goes around killing people. You know, she's also like a homage to like other films like Evil Dead and stuff like that. All the femme fatales and stuff like that. And this film, it is corny, but like I said, it's corny in the best way possible. It's Scooby-Doo meets Scream, and who doesn't love Scooby-Doo? Who doesn't love fucking Scream? And who doesn't love the Goosebumps movies or the Goosebumps show? Who doesn't love Netflix? Who doesn't love R.L. Stines? So I can't see why anybody wouldn't have a good time with this movie. But the one thing I can say that this movie does, especially in the beginning of the movie, is that it's really like nostalgia driven, and they want to like fucking hammer home. They're like, we're in the 90s, let's listen to Nine Inch Nails, let's listen to Audio Slave. The soundtrack is phenomenal to this fucking film, but it almost feels like to a certain extent that it's like a crutch for this film, because they're just like, hey, you kids remember the 90s? Yeah, the 90s were awesome, your mom and dad were fucking, and that's when you got born, in the fucking 90s. And so the movie does that a lot, but yeah, to a certain point it kind of feels like they're beating you over the head with the nostalgia, but I mean it wasn't too bad, I guess, but it was bad enough for me to fucking point it out and be like, hey, you need to cut that shit out. But in all, Fear Street Part 1, 1994 is a fun watch, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm really hyped for the fucking next one, which is going to be Fear Street Part 2, 1978, and then following that again is going to be Fear Street 1666, because again, Satan. But yeah, this is really fun, and I'm really glad they're doing the R.L. Stines movies, or books/movies, for a new generation of fans, as well as the older generation of fans, which feels really fucking weird for me to say that I'm the older generation of fucking anything. I'm a young fucking man, and when I say stuff like that, it makes me feel like an old fucking man. But nonetheless, this young old man had a lot of fun with Fear Street Part 1, 1994, and yes, that title to that film is still a really big fucking mouthful. And I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that you ghouls and gals go out there and check out this little fucking Netflix movie. It's fucking for free. They got another one coming out. It feels like a big long episode to a TV show, or really just an episode of a TV show on Netflix, because they're all now like about an hour fucking long, and this movie's about like almost 2 hours, like an hour 45, 50, something like that. But yeah, this is an enjoyable watch. I really recommend you ghouls and gals go to your house and check this out, because it's not playing in movie theaters. But yeah, I'm Ryan T, and I hope you ghouls and gals enjoyed this movie review, and make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, share this video if you are into that sort of thing. I won't judge you if you are. But yeah, ghouls and gals, I can't recommend Fear Street Part 1, 1994 enough. I hope you ghouls and gals check it out. Hope you check out this review, and I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next Saturday Night Horror Theater!